Working the high leg here. This is our lead player. All we're working right now is we call it advancing our stagger. And you can see it here. It's a comfortability deal. But we're trying to do our aiming point, okay, is the hip of the defender. So right now, this is a right tackle, okay, going versus a 3 technique. His aiming point is the hip of that defender, which is the most vulnerable point of the defender. So my point being, if I'm a 3 technique engaging a guard, when I come off the ball and shoot my hands, the only part of me that's exposed now is going to be this hip. Everybody see it? That's a vulnerable part, all right? And so what we want is for that tackle or that lead player to unlock his hips through the hip of that defender and knock him into the opposite gap, okay? So that's all we're working here. And it's a comfortability deal, okay? I've had guys lead with their back foot. I've had guys lead with their front foot. To me, it's a comfortability deal, all right? But the emphasis being sticking that foot in the ground and really unlocking their hips through that guy. There should be an explosion right there. Okay, you should be able to hear it right there, knocking that defender over. Okay, so this is the first progression of it, how we work it. Okay, and you can see for some guys it's easier than others. There's a coordination deal, and it's just got to be rep daily. Okay, this is not a bad example of it here, where you can see him trying to unlock his hips right there, trying to really unlock his hips. Boom, right there. Okay, trying to boom unlock those hips and knock them over into the opposite gap. So that's how we teach it. Okay. So then working in conjunction. So now we got a right tackle, right guard. Okay, the right guard here is the post player. We were teaching him to work a technique we call jab and crotch. He's going to take a 0 step with his inside foot because that is his gap, the gap to his inside. Okay, from there he is going to do what we call receive the feed. Okay. We're doing this. We're working this double team on the predication that this guy, the 3 technique, is going to play down the V of the neck of the guard. Everybody with me on that? Okay, so that's our premise, that he's going to step and play heavy down the V of the neck, and his job as the lead, he's going to aim at that hip. When he engages, he's going to receive the feed and try to rake him into the A gap with assistance from the lead or the tackle in this picture. Okay, so you can see him right here, receiving the feed, raking him, throwing the A gap. When you look at this tackle here, now what he has square hips and shoulders. Okay, so as that backer scrapes over the top, okay, with the misdirection, when he scrapes over the top, now he's in position to either strike him and block him or work what we call a U out. A U out means if he overscrapes, all he's going to do is turn and take the backer where he wants to go and run him past the insertion point. Everybody with me on that? Okay, so just we're working what we call a deuce block, a high leg double. Okay, right there, just knocking them over. Okay, now coaching points on this. Okay, again, understand that it's a gap scheme. He's responsible for the A gap. Okay, so my point being, if we have a backer, all right, say a second level guy walks up in the A gap, he converts that from a high leg into a full drive block. Everybody with me on that? It'll just turn into 2 drive blocks or 2 down blocks. Okay. So just working that and then adding backers in there so they understand how to when backers scrape, understand where they're going to be. Okay, so same thing, working here with the center guard, working at ace block, all right? Same thing. Now we worked with a gap exchange, so all of a sudden the nose rocked to the opposite A gap. So now the center goes from trying to receive the feed and rake him to all of a sudden now he understands he has to get up and climb to the second level defender. The guard, instead of trying to high leg it now, needs to convert it to a full drive block. Everybody with me on that? So again, just giving guys the right to make decisions. Right here, we're working a gap exchange. So say, for example, fire zone pressure. Okay, America's fire zone, whatever. This is a defensive end, get ready, long stick. Okay, nose rocking opposite A. All right, so instead, the center should be trying to receive the feed. He feels the nose rock away, eyes snap to the A gap, and blocking his gap responsibility. All right, the guard should be trying to high leg. He feels flow to him, feels pressure to him now, convert to a full drive block. Okay, you can see an example of it here. Okay, center steps, nose rocks with them, receive the feed. Okay, if that guard never gets a piece of him versus the 0, I'm okay with that. Okay, then converting it right here. All right.